Intel 13th Gen Raptor Lake CPUs bring up to 15% single and 40% multi-thread performance gains in the last half of 2022 to tackle AMD Ryzen 7000 Gen 4 chips. Intel Alder Lake successor, the 13th Gen Raptor Lake CPU lineup is going to bring some impressive performance gains to tackle AMD Ryzen 7000 Gen 4 chips in the third quarter of 2022. The latest details on Intel's 13th Gen Raptor Lake lineup came from Moore's Law reports that we are going to see some big performance gains from the upcoming x86 architecture from the blue team. Now the reason I say big is that Raptor Lake is more or less a refinement of Alder Lake family, featuring an updated P-core, E-core design along with higher clocks. According to the details, the Intel 13th Gen Raptor Lake CPU is going to offer up to a 15% single thread and a massive 40% leap in multi-threaded performance. From what we know, the Raptor Lake CPUs will be utilizing the brand new Raptor cores, which are optimized for performance workloads. Intel will keep 8 P-cores in its design, which will be upgraded to the new core architecture for increased performance, while the E-core architecture will be a slightly refined version of the existing Grace-Mont cores, but the core count will go up from 8 to 16. Hence you get the 24-core 8 plus 16 and 32-thread 16 plus 16 flagship configuration that has been confirmed by Intel during their Investors Day 2022 conference. Intel itself mentioned up to double-digit performance gains with the Raptor Lake, and considering you are getting double the E-cores and faster P-cores, the rumored numbers don't seem out of possibility. As for the launch, Intel's 13th Gen Raptor Lake lineup will kick off with the S desktop platform in late Q3 2022, followed by the HX or HU series mobility chips in the last half of 2022. This is similar to the current 12th Gen Alder Lake lineup, where the desktop parts were introduced in Q4 2021 and the mobility parts are launching in Q1 2022. The launch will position the 13th Gen CPUs against AMD's Ryzen 7000 Gen 4 parts. Ryzen 7000 is going to find itself in a very interesting position where it's tackling both 13th Gen Raptor Lake CPUs on one end, and soon after launch it will have to compete against 14th Gen Meteor Lake CPUs too, which are also expected to bring an impressive performance update for both desktop and mobile platforms. Now there are rumors that AMD will have Gen 5 out by 2023, but those aren't confirmed yet if that's the case. The Ryzen 7000 might not have a long shelf time like the Ryzen 5000 CPUs, and AMD could go the competitive route, releasing Gen 5 based Ryzen chips a year or even early after the launch of the upcoming Gen 4 parts. And replacing the Intel Alder Lake S 12th Gen core family, the Intel Raptor Lake S lineup will be part of the 13th Gen core family and feature two brand new core architectures. These architectures will be featuring Raptor Cove as performance cores and an enhanced Grace-Mont cores, which will be serving as efficiency cores. According to previously leaked data, the lineup will consist of 3 segments that were leaked out in the recent power recommendations. These include the K-series enthusiast SKUs rated at 125 watt, 65 watt mainstream SKUs and 35 watt low power SKUs. Coming to the top end variants, we will be getting up to 24 cores followed by 16 core, 10 core, 4 core and 2 core variants. It is estimated that for 13th Gen Raptor Lake CPUs, Intel is going to feature 2 MB L2 or 3 MB L3 cache per Raptor core, which while each Grace-Mont cluster will feature 4 MB L2 and 3 MB L3 cache. That's going to give us 36 MB L3 cache across all cores, and 16 MB, I mean 2 H cores for P cores and 16 MB 4x4 for E cores. Intel Raptor Lake and Alder Lake CPU cache configurations. And if this ends up being true, we are looking at a 55% increase to the total cache count for Intel's 13th Gen Raptor Lake CPUs. Now AMD will still retain the edge with its standard non-V cache parts that are equipped with 64 MB of L3 cache and 96 MB of on the V cache SKUs, but this would mean that the blue team can rock up its lead quite significantly with the added cache and core count along with a higher clock speed that is expected from further improved 10 ESF process mode. So let's talk about Intel Raptor Lake S desktop CPU platform. Other details include a larger L2 cache which will be branded as Intel's own game cache for core CPUs and clock speeds will feature a boost clock bump of 200 MHz. So we can expect up to 5.5 GHz boost clocks, considering Alder Lake S desktop CPUs will top out at 5.3 GHz previously. The Intel Raptor Lake S chips will also support faster DDR5 memory speeds of up to 5600 Mbps and 6500 Mbps LPDDR5X, along with retaining support for DDR4 memory as reports suggest. It looks like there will be 3 main dies which will be configured into these SKUs, starting with a top large die consisting of 8 core and 16 atom cores, a mid die with 8 core and 8 atom cores, and lastly a small die with 6 core cores and no atom cores. The 13th gen CPUs will also feature enhanced overclocking capabilities. Alder Lake currently goes up to 5.5 GHz with the upcoming Core i9-12900K SKU, which is rated at a maximum power rating of up to 260 watt, the highest ever on the mainstream platform. There's also a new AI M2 module support that's supported by Raptor Lake CPUs and could have something to do with PCI Express Gen 5 SSD support. The AI module could automatically detect a PCI Express Gen 5 SSD and set the protocol of the M2 slot to the newer standard, though we have to learn more details about it. The Intel Raptor Lake lineup will be compatible with the LGA 1700 socket through will utilize all 1800 contact pairs and compete against AMD's Gen 4 powered Ryzen 7000 lineup. Expect more info by the mid of 2022 by Intel. So that's it from now. If you like this video, please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications update. Thanks for watching.